As the flood of venom rolled towards the goddess, the fumes began to make her cough. Her eyes watered even more. Oh, good, Percy thought. More water. Percy imagined her nose and throat filling with her own tears. Achilles gagged. Aye. The tide of venom reached her feet, sizzling like droplets on a hot iron. She wailed and stumbled back. Percy, Annabeth called. She sounded terrified. It took Percy a moment to realize she was terrified of him. He didn't want to stop. He wanted to choke this goddess. He wanted to watch her drown in her own poison. He wanted to see how much misery could take. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Fictional Characters, where we talk about the most interesting characters in all of fiction. Today, we'll be talking about Percy Jackson, who was a fantasy novel character in Percy Jackson and the Olympians and the Heroes of Olympus, created by Rick Riordan. Without further delay, let's begin. Before we begin, a little disclaimer. I am sick, so I apologize if that affects my performance, but I'll do my best. On to the video. So, explaining the world a little bit, ancient myths and pantheons of gods are real, and they influence the modern world. The gods have children with humans that result in the birth of demigods. These demigods are then ushered into a camp called Camp Half-Blood, where they train and go on quests finding different monsters who hunt them, and powerful beings. The series starts off with just the Greek pantheon, and the 12 Olympians are in control of everything. All of the gods are allowed to have children with the humans, except for the big three, as their children would be too powerful and could overthrow them in the future. In the case of Percy Jackson, he is the son of Poseidon, who is one of the big three. So right off the bat, we know this guy is going to be a powerhouse. In the book The Lightning Thief, which was the first book to start the series, Percy is just a 12-year-old who attends a troubled youth school. It is later revealed that his teacher, known as Miss Dodds, is actually the Fury, named Alecto, who was sent to kill him by Hades because he is a child of one of the big three. This of course fails, as he would kill Alecto using the sword known as Riptide, or by its Greek name, and I apologize for the butcherization, Anaklusmos, which was given to him by his other teacher, Mr. Brunner, who was actually the centaur known as Chiron, who is the director of the camp. The sword takes the form of a ballpoint pen, which when he uncaps turns into a 3-foot Xiphos made of celestial bronze, a material that is deadly to demigods and monsters. The pen is enchanted so that every time he loses it, it will always return to his pockets. This would become his signature weapon that he uses throughout the books. Now, Percy has done many things to garner a reputation for himself. Even the gods, titans, and other powerful beings have recognized him, and some even fear him. An example would be Percy taking charge to defend Manhattan against the invading Titan army, marking the Second Titan War. He played a very crucial leadership role and was the very reason they won this battle. He assigned demigods to certain positions, coordinated communication throughout the city. He listened to everyone's opinions and adjusted his plans accordingly. And after the war, he advocated for every single demigod child. As for his actions that displayed prowess, his performance was nothing short of legendary. He cut down waves of monsters, effectively moving like a blur. He single-handedly battled Hyperion, the Titan god of light. He controlled massive amounts of water, and he even fought Kronos himself, who is the king of the Titans. Another notable arc from Percy's career was in the second installment of the Heroes of Olympus series, titled The Son of Neptune, my personal favorite book out of the series. During this book, Percy has lost his memories and is sent unknowingly by Hera/Juno to Camp Jupiter, which is the Roman equivalent to Camp Half-Blood. Upon first meeting the demigod guards, who we will come to know as Frank and Hazel, they first mistake him for a god, which is an insane thing if you really think about it. Further into the book, Percy, Frank, and Hazel are sent on a quest to free Thanatos, the god of death, and they must defeat, and again, I apologize for the butcherization, Alcyoneus, who is the giant bane of Pluto/Hades. Now, Percy doesn't do much in the defeat of the giant himself, but he was engaged in combat with an entire legion of undead Roman soldiers, in which he defeated them by luring them off of a cliff. During this, he had fallen into Glacier Bay, which would have killed anyone else who had fallen. But of course, he survived. Now that we've covered who Percy Jackson is and two of his storylines, let's get into some of his most notable feats. And trust me, we have a lot to pull from. He fought Ares, the Greek god of war, when he was only 12. He tortured a god with her own power. He sensed and deflected bullets. Without a source of water, he erupted Mount St. Helens. He survived Tartarus, which is where all the monsters that die go and reform. He's fought many titans and giants. His aura is comparable to that of a god. He became a praetor, who were the leaders of Camp Jupiter after only one quest. He held up the entire sky. And some of these feats were without the curse of Achilles, which is the power of invulnerability with only one weak point. So with the curse, imagine his powers being boosted by a lot. Percy Jackson is the definition of him. With all that being said, we're going to bring this video to a close. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you haven't already, definitely pick up this book series because it is phenomenal. Until the next video, see ya.